The top of the hour. So we call these jurisdictional elections, and basically that means depending where you live, there are different local questions on your ballot. But in Maricopa County, there is one big county-wide question where all voters were asked to weigh in, and that is on Proposition 409. This is an $898 million bond for Valley-Wise Health. That's a county-run medical system, and the bond would fund a number of new facilities that would allow them to expand and build a new 200-bed behavioral health hospital. The cost on average for the average homeowner would be about $28 per year. So here are the early results right now for Proposition 409. I'll click it over here. And right now it is leading yes with 288,000 votes, about 11,000 votes separating the yes from the no. So it looks like it's going to be very, very close, about 500,000 votes in so far. Also, a lot of school funding questions on this ballot. 21 school districts have funding questions on this, either bonds or overrides or property transfers, property sales, that sort of thing. As a reminder, an override lets a district exceed the state mandated budget limit. It lasts for 7 years. It funds things like teacher salaries and operational expenses. Some overrides impose new taxes. Some overrides are just extensions of what's already on the books because they only last for 7 years. So there's no actual real tax impact. Meantime, bonds fund big projects, new school buildings, more school buses, new technology, and the like. So as an example, the impact to the average homeowner for these overrides is between $11 and $383 in the Higley Unified School District. The impact of the bonds to the average homeowner is between $26 and $184 per year, depending on where you live. So let's take a look at some of these election results here for the bonds and the overrides. In the Buckeye Unified Union High School District, their bond is looking not so good right now. A no leads the way. 57% are saying no. Phoenix Union High School District, their budget increase question is looking good. It's a yes, 61%, pretty comfortable there with 45,000 votes in so far. I highlighted mostly the no's. So there are 21 different districts here with questions, but Tolleson, their bond isn't looking great right now with 10,000 votes cast at the moment. Both their bond and their continuation of their override, those are not looking good right now. In Peoria, their budget increase question not looking good right now. 52% say no. Same with Buckeye Elementary School District. And lastly, with Higley, I mentioned Higley. They had the most expensive budget increase question, 56% voting no. Here's the bottom line. So when an override fails, it can be catastrophic for a district. Last year, Higley Unified's 15% override failed last year. It failed by less than 500 votes. It was extremely close. The district lost out on $5 million to their budget. They wound up having to cut 80 staff positions. And as I said just moments ago, Higley's bond question there, or their override question, is not looking good at the moment. Last thing I want to bring up is in the city of Mesa. There were a few municipal elections in all of this. One of them is a recall election trying to oust Councilmember Julie Spilsbury. Folks gathered several thousand petitions to get this on the ballot. The folks who are gathering the petitions complained about 3 of her votes. Spilsbury counters and says that 2 of these 3 votes were unanimous votes, 7-0. Everybody on the council voted for them. The third one established an emergency homeless shelter. She says she stands by that vote, and she accuses the group of being a special interest group that's upset about the results of the last election. Let's take a look at where that one stands right now. Right now, Spilsbury is actually trailing the challenger, Doreen Taylor. So that's something to watch there in Mesa. Could there be a council member ousted? Of course, all of these returns are very early. This is just the first batch. These election results won't be official for several more days. In the newsroom, I'm Staahl for Arizona's Family.